When I first got depressed, my counselor told me that our bodies are kind of like their own people. They'll talk and communicate with you, but if you don't listen to them, they'll stop. And for me, when I got depressed, it was kind of like being overwhelmed with stress. And as a result, my body stopped telling me that I was stressed. Why I'm telling you this is because, as an update on how I'm doing, right now I am very stressed, but I don't feel stressed. I can only tell because of things I'm noticing in myself. My room is a mess, like the worst it's been since I was a kid. I've stopped exercising, I've started eating way more than I usually do. I'm having trouble staying asleep at night, and when I do sleep, I'm having anxiety dreams. And on top of that, I feel like I just can't keep up with everything I have going on in my life right now. As a result of my depression, I don't feel bad, but I can tell that I'm not doing so well right now. On the flip side of that, it has been about 3 months on antidepressants, and even though some things are still remaining, like the fact that I can't feel the signals that my body tries to send to me, that some things are going better. First of all, I'm not hitting any more side effects, which is really great. All the stomach issues and feeling exceptionally tired that I felt when I first started are gone. Second of all, every time that I go to the doctor, he gives me this quiz. And it's this quiz that tries to quantify how you're feeling, to try to put a number on the severity of your depression. And I've done this since the first time that I went to the doctor, where he prescribed me the antidepressants, and I've done this every time since, so he's able to measure how I'm doing. And the doctor told me that this past visit, my answers showed that I was at 20% improvement from the last time I had completed the evaluation. So the medicine is doing something, which is really great news. That something that it's doing is that it's reducing the number of dark days, as I call them, which are the days that embody the type of stereotypical depression that people are familiar with, where you're kind of surrounded by feelings of worthlessness, very little energy, and just the embodiment of a really, really bad day. One thing that I did want to say about that is that while dark days are one portion of my depression, there are several other symptoms that I'm dealing with as part of what I'm going through. So the antidepressants have been great in dealing with those dark days. I haven't had them in about 2 months, which is really, really great. But other symptoms, like not being able to feel things like stress and other emotions that my body should be telling me are going on, is still not happening. So, long story short, there's some improvement on the antidepressant front, but it hasn't been dealing with all of my symptoms. Because of that, when I was at my doctor's last, I asked him, is this as good as it's going to get with the medicine? And he said no. He said that antidepressants work on a cycle, and that for me, for whatever reason, he said that my cycle is going to be about 9 months. And over the 9 months, it should start to change the pathways in my brain and have effects on how I'm feeling and how I interpret the world, and how that in effect affects my emotions. And so for now, things aren't 100%, but there's hope that things will get better. And after 9 months, we're going to reevaluate and see where to go next in terms of all of this. But until then, I'm going to stay on the medication, keep hoping that things get better, and in 9 months, or 9 months from when I started, which is about 6 months from now, we'll see where I'm at and how things are going.